Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to the channel. I'm Captain Quasar, and welcome back to another live stream. And happy New Year's to everybody. It's almost New Year's for everybody. Shout out to all the Oceania people. It's New Year's for them already. People in Japan, a few other places already. Just about. So, we're getting somewhere. But shout out everybody. It's almost time for this year really flew by. But sorry, I'm posting. I completely forgot to do this as well. But this is how, this is how life goes. Every year feels shorter than the last until you're eventually run into the exit, you know what I mean? But it's great, right? That's the journey of life, and all you can hope to do is enjoy it while it lasts. So do what you love what you do. Spread that good message, you know what I mean? Happy New Year's to all. Rest in piss 2025. 2026 for the win. But I do have some Instagram posts, some Reddit posts, and then some YouTube videos that I found kind of interesting and I wanted to check out more thoroughly on stream. So let's just get it started. We do have some Instagram posts. I should have showed this yesterday. I actually did have this one on my Instagram likes. Just a little something, some music stuff. If you're a member, go check out the music stream I did yesterday. We listened to a lot of good songs. Some different genres you may not always check out, so awesome stuff. But check this out, also awesome stuff. Could have used some more cowbell. Great stuff. What were the top Captain Quasar moments of the year? Honestly, I don't know if I had any top moments, but my top moments were all the chats from every single one of you, all the members, all the regular schmegulas who have come in. You're all so fantastic, and I appreciate you all so much. You've truly changed my outlook. I've wanted to do YouTube ever since I was a young child. I've shown some of my childhood animations before. Maybe I'll show another one. I think I've shown 2. I think there's 3 or 4 that are out, and I think I've shown 2. So we could do that. But it's something that I've wanted to do since I was a little boy. And my parents always said, "No, you can't put your face, you can't be on the internet." And honestly, that was smart of them. Shout out my parents. But now that I'm actually able to put something out and able to make a difference, it doesn't need to be a meaningful difference, but it's a difference to me. And thank you all. But that was pretty nice, right? That was pretty slick. Pretty good music. Your fave moment was Def the Sam Hyde stream. That was a pretty good stream. Had a lot of people come in. Check this out. So this is a 40-inch vertical. I can't tell. I guess it's... I don't think this is actually the vertical that it's measuring. I think it's measuring time. Because maybe... But here, let me rewind it. This is kind of crazy. The hang time is insane. I literally thought he grabs a bar or something.
Oh! That's 7-6. Hey, 41, Wechter. Come on. 41. Snap down, get it. 40. Oh!
That is crazy. They are getting crazy high, though. I'm not that. I mean, honestly, I'm not terrible at judging height, but this video's perspective is also making it weird, so I can't tell. But the hang time is what's getting me. They're literally the swinging of the arms to stop the downward momentum. I need to try that. I need to practice that. I also need to practice this.
Power, baby.
God damn, why is it so loud sometimes? Sometimes Instagram needs to learn how to equalize all of the video audios to the same levels. Sometimes you have someone who uploaded something and it's like, yeah, so what if they don't know how to speak into the mic properly? You should be able to equalize it on your end.
Speed board, heel foot stomp, self-defense board breaking challenge. Let's see who can break the board as fast as up. First, myself, Alex Reyes, 8 seconds. Pancho on deck, the ninja here in the power zone.
The ninja in the power zone, he actually is a little bit slower. You know, I think he's trying to show technique. He's showing form over speed.
Here we go. This is a great test of speed, agility. It's also a lot of fun. This is a great self-defense technique as well. Used in the
This is a great self-defense technique. But listen to this next part.
UFC.
Used in the UFC. I don't remember them allowing stomps. I guess you can do heel stomps to you can heel stomp people's toes and stuff like that. That's still kind of crazy. But if that's what you're practicing for, big ups, you know. Got to be ready for anything.
15 seconds. Up last, Alexander Carlos. 8 seconds.
Come on, Alexander.
To beat. He's doing it really fast. Here we go. It's gonna be close. Oh, but he starts to struggle with the brown board, which is the equivalent to 2.
They're so into it. He's upset because he knew if he would have beaten the best time, he was going to level up to his next belt. But he failed. So it's another 6 years of training.
1-inch boards. Here we go. Let's see if he could break it in half.
Just trying to force it with your hands is great.
With his bare hands, no. Going with a forearm elbow strike. Slips off the stand. Here goes.
I didn't even notice he had his glasses and his shirt the whole time. Dude, that's what was holding you back. You could have been going so much faster, so much stronger. So dude, you gotta restart. You gotta give him one more go.
He's at 40 seconds and power, baby. Power, baby.
I'm also wondering why this is wrapped up like this. Kind of an interesting look. You know, it's nice though. It's okay. Okay. Had to show y'all, and I had to show y'all. This is crazy. I mean, is this the new style? I'm wondering, is it rubber all the way through? Is it rubber inside and out?
What kind of outfit is that?
It's a rubber jacket, rubber jeans.
Is it supposed to fit like that?
Yeah.
Can I take a picture of it? Okay. Turn around.
Like this way?
Yeah, turn around. I want to see the back too. I've never seen that before.
Style. I kind of want to see how the hood works too. Is it loose and flappy? Or is it tight and snug like everything else?
Where did you get that from?
From a place in the UK.
In the UK, I could tell.
Yeah.
I could tell. Yeah.
Okay, getting the video of him the first time was okay because he consented to it. Following him around the store afterwards, it's a little much, but also he's kind of brought it upon himself too. Like, here's my thing about filming somebody. Don't be so secretive about it. You gotta just be a little bit upfront and be like, bro, that shit looks crazy. Are you filming me right now? Yes, I am. This looks insane. You know, maybe I don't know what store sold this to you and told you that it was fashion, but I think you might have been sold fetish gear. It is a possibility. Sometimes you gotta suffer for swag. He's suffering from swag right now, not suffering for the swag. Oh yeah, but if a supermodel was wearing it, you guys would think it's good. If someone was jacked was wearing it, you guys would be like, this is awesome looking. No, I wouldn't actually. I've got to be honest. It is. Here's the thing. I think that this is both not dressing for your body type and also a terrible outfit. It's like both of those things are true. He is suffering and is swagless. This can't be real. They might be together. They might have planned this to film it out. But I mean, the outfit's real, right? Where'd he get this? Somebody's wearing this legit. And the fact that it's a hoodie makes it interesting too. Unless, like I'm saying, it's skin tight and maybe it like goes over the eyes in the front and it has little eye holes. It's a full suit.
What kind of outfit is that?
It's a rubber jacket, rubber jeans.
You know, yes, it is. You'd expect a better answer. You think you'd expect him to be like, oh, it's Armani. Like, you know what I mean? I don't know. It's a bit it's an interesting choice. The shoes pull it all together, you know. I've changed my mind. I'd give him 45 minutes before he's rashy. That's the part I'm interested about. She didn't ask enough questions. Is it rubber on the inside? Because if this is just like the look of the outside and it's like basically just a like a thin layer of rubber over the cotton polyester that's underneath, I don't know. The cotton polyester blend. But I think you could find some better stuff, man. Just, you know, keep asking around. Someone will help you. It should be illegal to wear that in public. Depending on how tight it gets, I think it could be. It's Balenciaga. You didn't know? But here, let's move off of that now. The hardest I ever fought for a trick, to be honest. So this is unicycle lore. Tell me this isn't the sickest unicycle trick you've ever seen, and exactly the unicycle trick you'd expect to see.
Yes! Oh my god! Yes.
Don't know if I've ever seen that before. I probably have. But if I haven't, why haven't I? It comes to, you know, there's not many tricks you can do on a unicycle, I've got to be honest. This one seems to be like the highest level, and as you can see over here, he's a professional. He does this a lot.
Yes! Yes! Oh my god! Yes! Yes! Oh my god!
If you're just listening, that might sound a little weird to you, but he flipped his unicycle. Be impressed. I don't know if you should be impressed by this. Trigger warning? Badminton is getting easier. This is his account. That's dangerous. That's dangerous, Relly. I think you can expect what's about to happen. You may have seen this guy before, but it's actually a compilation. I don't know if this has music on it or not. I'll mute it real quick if it does.
Feel pain when I'm feeling.
It does. These aren't exercises. Oh my god. He's training to be tortured by getting tortured. This one's just insane. This one's also insane. I like to think that they have, like, they just took an old person's walker. They're off to the side laying on the ground. They're like, that's pretty impressive. Please give it back. I need that now. This is peak human performance. This one's just insane. It literally runs over his jaw. My god, I don't know if I can keep showing. I should stop. Getting ready for his next BDSM session? I don't know. If he was wearing this, then maybe. But he just seems to think that this is how to be the peak. This is calisthenics at its peak form. You ain't even doing calisthenics right. Come on, guys. If you think that the guys you see at the park doing calisthenics are really doing calisthenics, no. This is calisthenics. I'll just let this one play. My god. Why are they all throwing, like... Oh my god. They're all throwing spinning kicks. Well, he threw like a hook kick. Okay, and then he threw... Oh my god. He's at the perfect height to just keep getting cracked in the head, too. He's got to get out of the pit. This can't last, you know. This isn't going to last forever. But moving on from that one quite quickly. I didn't realize that I had so many, I had a couple, violent... I don't know, I guess this is not safe for work on some level, maybe? Poor kid.
Stoic.
And then I keep getting this guy. And I thought this one was interesting because it takes a minute before he actually starts. But it's good. It's good nonetheless. beautiful stuff. And yes, I guess my For You page really is just like possible fetish content, impressive stunts, people getting hurt, and decent music. You know what? I'd even say good music. But now we have some more stuff. Moving on to Reddit now. So this is Zach, who converted to front wiping after being influenced by Ethan, needs to see this. I feel like this question gets brought up every few months at this point. It used to be like every few years, but I feel like it's become a much more relevant topic as of recent for some reason. But here's another another front wiping soldier who's been propagandized by Big Back Wipe.
Put a finger down if you got a question wrong in a test for medical school that asked basically what nerve is needed to wipe your ass, and you chose the long thoracic nerve because it helps you protract your scapula like this. And really the answer was the dorsal scapular nerve, which makes you retract your scapula like this in order to wipe back like this. But you didn't understand why you got it wrong, because don't people go like this when they wipe their ass? So then when it's time to review the test, you're asking your class.
It is so funny that this is the context of that this happened in, because like, just imagine he's trying to think, he's like, how are they going like this and then down through the middle? He's like, that doesn't make any sense. It was probably really confusing to him. He's like, this feels wrong.
Classmates like, bro, how did I get this wrong? What's going on? And then people are like, well, I mean, because obviously you need to retract your scapula to wipe your ass and go like this and reach back here. And you're like, what are you guys talking about? Aren't you supposed to protract your scapula like this to go down and reach under your legs? And you found out that nobody actually wipes their ass like that, and actually everybody goes behind like this, and then everybody laughs at you because you're actually extremely weird for wiping from the front. And
it's actually a larger percentage of the population than you'd think. There were at least a few people in that class that probably wiped the same way as him. They were too afraid to stick up for themselves. Cowards.
That's how you eventually found out that nobody does that, and you realize that you're actually extremely weird for it. And everybody asks you if you get shit all over your perineal area, which is basically your gooch, and you have to defend yourself and tell everybody that you're not a toddler and that you can prevent yourself from getting shit all over the rest of your body because you're a grown adult. And it's just really embarrassing every time you tell people, and to absolve yourself of all that embarrassment, you decide to post it on the internet.
That's how it's done. I still have all my fingers up. That's never happened to me. Really specific. What was I about to do? Oh. Turn this volume back down just in case the next video absolutely blasts. There we go. I'll just leave it open for now, you know? Let's try that. That might be smart. Never mind, I can't. There we go, whatever. Let's hope this one's loud enough. Oh, this was just something. Oh my god. You either die a hero or you live long enough to see yourself become the villain. Stop saying 6'7", it's almost 2026, kid. We remember the legend. Great song. He dropped a crypto coin. Pump Fun is officially here. Yo guys, my Pump Fun token is here for the Roblox community. And then it was just a rug pull. It was a rug pull immediately. It's just, here's the thing. I can't feel bad for these, like, I feel bad for the kid, if anything, because the kid was you know, obviously manipulated in some way, if not by his parents, by some other people, and why the fuck aren't his parents intervening in some way? Yeah, he's literally 8. So I think that he's definitely being manipulated by somebody, either his parents or just, you know, some random scammers online who are like, we can get you a ton of Robux. You play Roblox, right? If you help us do this, you can get all the Robux you want. I'd love to see how they were trying to manipulate this kid. It's crazy. That sounds like what I just said was insane. But how the fuck is this kid putting up a pump and dump? This doesn't make any sense. It's just him dance. But I don't know how bad I can feel for the people that lost money on this, because what did you expect? Like, you really thought that this was going to be the one to blow up? Yo, this meme is huge. Yo, I'm dropping Cap and Coin. Cap and Coin dropping 2026. Be ready. Be ready for the release. Sorry, got stun locked by a chat that was... Why click on it? Don't pump and dump? But why? Then I get like $10,000 or whatever. That's always the funniest part, right? Is that when you really look at it, it's like, how much money did each of these investors actually get? Cap and Gaza #1. I'm doing a... Have there been people doing any like Gaza coin, Palestine coin? I'm sure that's been happening, right? Have there been any rug pulls for those? Gaza token. Yeah, the random chatter really stun locked you. I was just surprised. It was just a weird chat because he said the KYS at the end. I was just like, oh damn, bro's really mad. But it's like, if you don't want to watch the stream, then don't click it. Or you can like do the if you click on it and comment on it, that's probably going to get you more random like low subscriber streamers, right? But anyways, let's check this out. An interesting little video. This is for some kind of Indiana Jones production. I don't know. Is this at like Universal or something? I'm really like, it makes sense. Like, clearly this thing is just like, there's a lot of air in here. It's heavy. But I feel like the main problem is this guy really didn't even try. He thought it was just gonna be like a really light, like it was like filled with helium. Like it was like a mix of oxygen and helium in there, and he thought he could just really just push it right off. You know, it probably would have taken out some crowd members, but hey man, it wouldn't have been you. I'm honestly a little concerned for him because it looks like there's like a railing and like a concrete barrier right here. I feel like people probably would have been fine. He probably shouldn't have. He shouldn't have done that. Did he hit his head on the railing? No, that's what I'm worried about. Wait, don't you have to be subbed to chat? No, I turned that off because YouTube's been glitching. Hopefully they fix that in the new year. But that's the problem. We're gonna start getting all of the randoms in here. No. He didn't plant his legs at all. There was no, like, look, he tries to, like, I guess he does a little bit. He gives it his best go. And immediately crumbles underneath it. It's hard to tell. You can't really see it. Damn, I'm probably blocking it now, huh? Here, one sec. Let me rewind it. Let me move everything. Let me just go boom, boom. If you look right here, you can kind of see his head crumble, like under the weight of it first. Like you see his head. You see his head go like, and then he gets taken out by it fully. Did he drop his arms and went head first? Well, I mean, he went backwards, so he definitely didn't have any kind of like... He didn't save himself in any way. I think his goal was to protect the audience, but like I'm saying, let's really think about this. So it goes bounce. By that second bounce, I don't think it would have gotten over the railing, because people. So it turns, and you can see here it's waist high, but by the looks of it, I think that the platform he's on is lowered. Like I think it's slightly, or maybe it is about the same. Kind of hard to tell. But I don't think it would have gone over this by the time it reached there. You know, honestly, at least they ran over to help. Like, everybody ran over to try and make sure he's okay. I feel like most of the time you see stuff like this happen, like, at some, like, theme park or something, and it's like some Old West show where you watch a guy fall off of a building for real, and then everybody's just looking around, like, expecting an ambulance to drive up like a cartoon. Was the ball meant to fall off? No, definitely not. It's supposed to be like the scene where Indiana Jones runs away from it. So honestly though, this is proof that that guy's risking his life. Like it's clearly just like a big beach ball basically. But this guy playing Indiana Jones could literally get run over by this thing if he didn't stop. Like, that is a possibility. But it looks like it just fell off the track. Because it's coming this way. I don't know what it hit, but it hit and bounced right there. And then bounced off the edge. Indy's just standing there like, what am I supposed to do now? He didn't even see it happen because like it was totally blocked by the view of the ball, so he didn't even see this dude get knocked over. He just sees everybody in the crowd go ooh. Yeah, Gary could have saved everybody. Where's a Gary when you need him? I think there is another clip of Indy getting smashed by the ball. I'm sure it happens. I'm sure it's a common occurrence, to be honest. Here, let me see. Oh, here's another, okay. Here's another angle of this same clip. Unless this is a different instance. No, yeah, that's it. So he's okay. It looks like he just landed flat on his back. So there's that. But then I looked up Indiana Jones actor run over by a rock. You gotta just play it off. It was just like a good little he probably cracked his back. It was a back adjustment real quick. You know, he's acting all day. He probably does this like multiple times in a day. So it was a nice little release. But then we actually have some Am I the Asshole? Sorry, Alex the Fiction. I was looking through some other ones that I want to pull from at some point, but then I realized I had too many, and I was like, trying to pull any more would just be a lot. So I just have a couple. I have two that are shorter, and then one that's a little bit longer. And I really want everyone's opinion on this because, it's something to think about. Am I the asshole for not telling my mother-in-law what my sister-in-law said? I, 30 female, have a sister-in-law, Riley, 14 female. I have been in her life since the day she was born, and we're very close. Riley is going through a bit of a difficult stage right now, lots of fighting with her parents and not always making the best choices. So I took Riley out for some girl time. We had some sweets, and I got her to tell me about what she's feeling. This is nothing new. She often opens up to me about things that she doesn't tell others. I didn't tell her what to do. I just gave her somebody to talk to about everything she's feeling. There was nothing concerning or alarming in what Riley told me, so I did not repeat her words to my mother-in-law. My mother-in-law is mad about this. She says that she has the right to know what's going on in her daughter's life and that I need to tell her. I explained that she didn't say anything alarming or concerning. It was just teenage girl stuff, and I'm not going to break Riley's trust by repeating it. Mother-in-law says I'm an adult and I shouldn't be playing the secret game with her daughter. Am I the asshole for not telling my mother-in-law what my sister-in-law said? So I think it's funny when adults say stuff like this, like, you shouldn't be playing the secret game. Oh, you shouldn't be telling secrets. Oh, you should be an adult. And it's like, adults keep secrets all the time. What are you talking about? It's called confiding in each other, like having actual, like, telling something in, like, I don't understand how that's an issue. But I don't think that this is bad, especially with her outlining that there was nothing concerning or alarming, because that implies that if there was something concerning or alarming, she would say something. But I do think that the only way for the mother-in-law to have known that she told her anything at all was for OP, the original poster, for this person to have told her in, like, some regard, like, oh yeah, we had a great conversation. She told me, like, some girl stuff, like some personal stuff. And I don't think that needed to be said, probably. Because even that's probably taking it a step too far. And now her mom's going to just be, like, hounding her probably for a minute about what she said. I don't think that she's the asshole. But I think that if she told you something in confidence, you probably should have kept the entire conversation in confidence. Because, like I'm saying, I don't know how she would have found out about this without her saying that she told her something in private that she's going to keep private. Captain confides his gay fantasies of me all the time, and I have never told anyone. Thanks, Alex. You a real one. But yeah, I think this one's a pretty clear not the asshole. Honestly, Am I the Asshole has a lot of the time it just seems like people that they don't necessarily want a second opinion. They know that they're right and they just want somebody to, like, confirm it. If you really want, like, asshole posts, we have to look on Am I the Devil? Am I the Devil or Whether the Worst? I guess I could read this other short one first. So here's the question. Am I the asshole? Don't want service dog over for Christmas. I think just off rip, I'd say asshole, right? The question is it a legitimate service dog or is it just someone's pet that they're calling a service dog? But if it's a legit service dog, then you're the asshole. But let's hear them out. I, 35 male, host Christmas for my family. We host a large Christmas Eve party every year. I host because I've got a good house for it, and I'm pretty central to the extended family. Last year, my cousin had a service dog in training that she brought to Christmas Eve. I was told this dog was maybe a year old. I don't have much experience with them and have never owned any. It pissed inside my house and other small annoyances occurred, one involving my kid. I did hear some complaints from another family member too. A few weeks ago, I asked around to see if my cousin was coming, because I was going to nip this in the bud this year and ban it. I was told by family members that she wasn't coming, so I thought there was nothing to have to deal with. I got notice on Sunday that she in fact would be in attendance. So I called her yesterday to tell her she could come and that her dog is not invited. Her mangy mutt. This has caused drama. I've been told that her parents, my aunt and uncle, and her siblings are threatening to not come. It's been a nightmare. I've offered to let the dog stay outside, but it can't come inside. But that's an unreasonable ask, I'm being told. Am I the asshole here? Am I the asshole for banning wheelchairs in my house? They expect... It's not like I'm going to build a ramp. What, you expect me to help you in? You're just ungrateful. Nip it in the butt is the correct way to say it. Ooh. Alex went to college. So from this, they do sound like a bit of an asshole. They sound like they have, like, here's the thing. This was a year ago. If the dog has been in training, I think the first thing you would do is probably ask them about the level of training that they've had. And also, they were very vague about the other small annoyances occurred. One involving my kid, like, what was your kid playing with the dog? And you were like, settle down. I don't like that. But there is a little edit that they added. So let me read this edit out. Found out more information. It is a diabetic service dog. She's training it herself. Got it as a puppy. I'm not going to comment on its legitimacy. I see this family member once a year. I just know what my experience with the dog is. So I think with this information, I don't think it was ever in question. I love that it has the popcorn. Someone gave it a popcorn. This one's only 8 days old too. Unless the dog bit someone, you're an incredible asshole. I mean, and like he said, even if it bit somebody, I was told the dog was maybe a year old. So it was a year old at the time when last year when it peed on the floor and was causing other small annoyances with his kid. That, like, yeah, it's a puppy. Like, at a year old, it's like starting to take form. But that's still like a puppy, bro. And to just be like, it's banned. This is why I've never had dogs in my life. You can keep it out back. We'll tie it to the tree. We can give it some scraps from the dinner table if that's what you want to do. But the fact that he's still just like, I see this family member once a year. I just know what my experience with the dog is. I'm not going to comment on its legitimacy. That almost feels like he's being like, well, okay, it's a diabetic service dog. That is important. But, like, she's training it herself. Like, does she even really need it? Here's the fun poll. The fun poll is for this. Who is the asshole? Who is the asshole? Is it the party host, the dog owner, or the dog for peeing on the ground. Just to give a reference of why it would be the dog that is the asshole. So there we go. Start poll. Who is the asshole? You don't need the dog when you were with people. Is that true with specifically diabetic service animals? Were you just I don't know if you're just joking, maybe. Diabetic service animals can be essential around company because they perform specific tasks like alerting to blood sugar changes that aren't pet comforts, allowing individuals with diabetes to manage health risks in various environments, including workplaces and public places. Under the ADA's reasonable accommodation rules, companies can set rules for well-behaved animals. These trained dogs detect scent changes from high or low glucose, providing crucial alerts that might be missed, enhancing safety where a person might not feel symptoms. I know different dogs train for different stuff, like people that have epilepsy that get service animals for that. But I mean, also to be fair, if it is trained well and there is, I don't see what the point of breaking their training pattern would be if they are trained properly. In other words, dog is goated as always. Dog do be goated though, like always. No using my bathrooms. If you want to take a shit, go to the 7-Eleven. So true, King. I never let people use my bathroom. I go. I actually did do that once. I was like, this apartment complex has a pool. Go use the pool house bathroom. That's the best part. You never have to let people use your bathroom. Be like, go down the hall. I was like, on your way in, stop over there. Just be like, I forgot my key. They'll let you in. They always let you in. If the host doesn't allow the service dog, then they should get a continuous glucose monitor for the party goer. I mean, hey, that's a solution, right? If he hates dogs that much. I don't think the dog is the asshole for peeing. The owner should take it outside to do its business periodically. Yeah, that's kind of on the owner. To be fair, yeah, I guess it's not the dog's fault for peeing on the ground, right? It's just a puppy. But so I guess if you want to say that like they're a bad pet owner, that's something. But that also wasn't the claim in the post, to be fair. They're just saying, I barely know this person. They're just my first cousin. I see this family member once a year. They're my she told her parents, my aunt and uncle. It's just like he seems very detached from the whole situation too, which is a little bit funny. I think that he's definitely the asshole, and everybody agrees. Except for Alex, who voted for the dog. I voted party owner as asshole, but it's kind of interesting she's training the dog herself. That part is interesting. Because I would say that without his knowledge of the level of training that the dog is at, he is the asshole. But she could be the asshole if she is just bringing an untrained dog and being like, it's my service animal. Because people do that, and I'm not some business. I'm not some place, some business that needs to allow these people. So I can be an asshole and be like speculative on whether or not they're a legitimate service animal. I'm not saying that you should take them away, but I'm just saying that I can speculate. And sometimes I see a little dog and I'm like, this little shit isn't a service animal. He just tried to bite that kid. Happy New Year's Eve, everybody, and Happy New Year's Day to any people in other places. I don't know where it is. I think Japan, probably some parts of like Russia and China and Oceania and Australia and maybe some parts of the Philippines. I don't know if it would get over to... I don't know where we're at right now. But the new year's coming. 2025 is just about over. So this is the longer Am I the Asshole? But honestly, I don't need to read this one. It's a little bit interesting. Honestly, it's a little bit interesting and maybe some people can relate. Am I the asshole for telling my wife's friend I don't have to see her in the class? Sorry, I realized they worded this weird. Am I the asshole for telling my wife's friend I don't have to see her in the classroom to know she's a horrible teacher? My wife's friend was supposed to come watch fireworks with us tonight, but she just texted my wife that she isn't coming because I'm a nasty person who encourages my child to be rude and disrespectful. My wife and I just had a small argument about a situation that ended up with her pulling a Big Lebowski on me and saying I don't have to be wrong to be an asshole. That's true, but I think her friend is the asshole, not me. I'll tell you what happened, and you decide for us. And again, this is coming from a biased party. So we do have to take this with a grain of salt. But based on his recounting of the story, my wife's friend was at our house for dinner. She's a teacher, and she complains about it a lot. She says the parents are impossible to deal with, the administration is not supportive, everyone has an opinion on curriculum, and the kids don't listen. I include this complaint. Oh my god. I cannot read today. That's why I didn't want to read it. Now I lost my place. I include these complaints as context for the discussion. She told my wife she was working on her lesson plan for February in Black History Month, and that she was making a fact sheet about Martin Luther King Jr. for her kids. Our son, who was a huge Star Trek fan, said that she should include the fact that Martin Luther King Jr. was a Star Trek fan. My wife's friend, with a very patronizing tone, and expression, I might add, said that maybe he would have been if he'd been alive when it aired. My son said that he was, and that he used to watch it with his daughters. My wife's friend said that he died before the show aired. I told her she was wrong and that my son was right. She said that I was a perfect example of a parent that can't acknowledge when her child was wrong. I said, no, you're a perfect example of a teacher that assumes she knows everything and can't connect with her students because she doesn't respect them. My wife forced us to change the topic. After dessert, I pulled up a video on YouTube where, I'm going to say this name wrong, Nichelle Nichols, hope I said that right, Nichelle Nichols, was talking to Martin Luther King Jr. about Star Trek. I showed it to everyone. My wife's friend asked why I couldn't let the topic lie. I said I didn't want my son to feel like he was wrong for sharing facts he knows about his interests. My wife's friend said I don't know what it's like to be a teacher. I said I don't, but I know she's a bad one. She said I'd never seen her in the classroom. I said I didn't need to because I see how she is in her daily life, and people are who they are regardless of where they are. So my wife's argument is I'm the asshole for bringing the topic back up after it was settled. She said I could have played the video for our son after her friend left and taught him about giving others grace and not needing external validation. I disagree and think it's important our kid knows we will always stand up for him. So am I an asshole? On the point of standing up for him, I don't know if this was necessarily standing up for him. I think that this lady is the asshole, though, but maybe I shouldn't muddy the waters too much. I'm going to put up another poll. Who is the asshole? Dad, teacher, or son? Nerd who cares. Oh, damn it. I'm going to just put nerd. I was going to put nerd who cares about Star Trek. Okay, wait. The lady arguing about MLK is the asshole. I mean, as a teacher, you'd expect her to have a better, like, ability to speak to children. But like, I guess a lot of teachers feel that they're always in teacher mode, that they always have not even necessarily an authority, but like a need to express some kind of knowledge. Because the truth is, she's wrong about this. But why? Like, she clearly didn't know enough about it. Because like her years aren't that much off, so maybe she does know about Star Trek a little bit. Because what? She's like a couple years off. Star Trek first airing. Yeah, 1966. And then death. He died in 1968. So yeah, there was like 2 years before he died, before he was assassinated. I feel like we don't talk about MLK's assassination enough. But 2 years before he was assassinated, I mean, that gives him enough time to become quite the fan of the show. MLK loving Trek is a famously known thing. Because it's also like, even if what the dad said is also rude. Oh, what? Okay, I get what you're saying. What he said specifically about her being a bad one because she's not a good, like, her being a bad teacher because he doesn't think she's a good person, basically. Yeah, this was definitely an asshole comment. I don't think that he's an asshole for bringing Star Trek back up. I think that the teacher's definitely an asshole. I guess I should have put the final answer. Maybe it was a bad poll. I should have put everybody's the asshole. The kid isn't the asshole for bringing it up, though, so that was kind of just a joke answer in there. But she's an asshole for her response here, and in what she said before about perfect example of a parent that can't acknowledge when her child is wrong. It's like the kid's a Star Trek fan and the dad knows that the son is right. So her arguing this point is an asshole like argument. But then he isn't the asshole for bringing it back up. He's the asshole for calling her a bad teacher because she's a bad person. Yeah, everyone sucks. Because yeah, I agree with you that this could be applied to any profession. It doesn't need to just be a teacher to say, like, I see how you are in daily life, so that means that you're a bad teacher. Like, that doesn't make any sense. But yeah, kids the GOAT for knowing about Martin Luther King Jr. and knowing about Star Trek. Kid for the son, the nerd for the win. Let's go. Moving swiftly along. That's the end of the Am I the Asshole little segment there. And let us continue just a few more things on Reddit, and then we'll get on to the videos that I have. So Ludwig says that Ron, this is Stable Ronaldo, I believe, has to kiss the wall after Aiden Ross bought him basketball tickets. This is actually crazy, and it's insane to me how, like, here's the thing. I don't think that Ludwig is like some huge anti-Semite, racist, bigoted person. I think that Ludwig's just stupid, and the fact that it's become just such a like normalized like type of thing to say that Ludwig is just going to throw it around so like loosely, especially right after dyeing his hair blonde. Coincidence? But here, let's hear from him himself. Let's just hear it.
Ron keep fucking calling me. Does he have no fucking friends anymore? What's going on with him? What? Yeah, I heard Aiden Ross bought you tickets. You got to go kiss the wall now. Hey, enjoy kissing the wall, buddy. You got to fucking pay for your...
Is it a joke? Is it... Because, like... Tell him Aiden is a Nazi. Well, I mean, he basically just said, well, Aiden's a Jew. That's basically what he just said. Why would he tell him Aiden's a Nazi? I'm just like... Oh my god. I feel like it's just shit talking, but that's what I'm saying. The fact that it's become like just something that can be so loosely thrown around, because I understand that like the discussion of the weird nature of presidents going to Israel and kissing the Wailing Wall, because again, a dedication to your allies, like a dedication to Israel, should not necessarily be a dedication to Judaism. But beyond that, just saying kiss the wall to any random person is definitely anti-Semitic. Because you're definitely just pointing out all of the, like, because I think that's like that's the reason that it's become like a topic, because obviously people go to the Western Wall, the Wailing Wall, for a myriad of reasons. Some religious, mostly religious, but some cultural. And just saying this, like, just full stop, is definitely anti-Semitic and has very little to do with Israel. Ludwig is the definition of a normie, so the fact that he is throwing around extremely anti-Semitic jokes is proof of how accepted it is nowadays. Yeah, that's kind of like the way I feel about it. It's like, I don't think that he's some, oh, it's the mask off for Ludwig. Like, that's not the point that I'm making. I just think that it is so crazy that it's just so, like, does his chat even care?
Kissing the wall, buddy. You gotta fucking...
Like, his chat doesn't even care. Classic Jellywig behavior. People on the sub were like, how is this anti-Semitic? Okay. Oh, when they talk about kissing the wall, they're talking about the, like I'm saying, okay, even if you are talking about the way that presidents pledge their allegiance to Israel through this weird performance of kissing the Western Wall, what the fuck does that have to do with Aiden Ross, who is like a Jewish person who is constantly like making jokes about Jewish people? Like, what the fuck does that have to do with Aiden Ross? He's not like a religious, like, he isn't a religious person at all. He spent too much time hanging out with Hassan. That's also a possibility. Speaking of Hassan, I guess he misses his old friend. There's no content during holiday season. I am losing my mind. Podcasts are ass. News is slow. I've burned through all my anime and shows. Somebody needs to step up. I'm just confused by this. Is he talking about his own content? I guess, is he on break too? Yeah, it is slow during the holiday season. That kind of makes sense. Like, of course, there's going to be like a small, like a lull in like podcasting and specifically internet media. But I mean, in terms of other things, like movies always come out during the holidays. Did I look at any? No. But what movies just came out? Marty Supreme. Mufasa. There you go. There's two. He could start Bleach. That is possible. Bleach is alright. Honestly, I've always found it hard to get into Bleach. Like, I'll watch it when it's on, but I think I've only ever really watched it when other people have it on. It's not even like I find it bad or I find it slow. I find it interesting. I don't know what it is, honestly. I've just never been drawn in by it. Asmongold says, if JD Vance does not push for treason with capital punishment against Tim Walz, do not vote for him. If Trump does not deliver that, do not vote for him. Is this also just satire? Should I just never watch a Asmongold clip again? That's the part, right? Is everyone just goes, it's satire, he's just joking. God damn it.
If JD Vance does not push for treason with capital punishment against Tim Walz, do not vote for him. If Trump does not deliver that, do not vote for him. Unless the most extreme, dramatic, brutal, aggressive option is on the table, I'm staying home. I'm staying home, bro. I'm done. It'll never happen. That's fine. Then I guess he's not gonna win. He's not gonna get my vote. I'll tell you that. Yeah, you're not gonna get my vote. It's not happening.
So maybe he is being sarcastic, because this at the end feels like sarcasm. But again, it's like positioning, even in jest, positioning yourself as though you are in agreement with the people that say that Tim Walz is guilty of treason for not even giving orders, for explaining that the military doesn't need to they don't need to accept unlawful orders. Because that was like the big thing, right? It was Tim Walz and a bunch of other people that did that whole campaign saying that you don't need to, illegal orders are illegal. Deny them. To be like, no, I'm not doing that. Hair clump pulled from drain has political take. That honestly perfectly explains Asmongold. He isn't dry, he's like waterlogged. Dude never leaves his house. See, with every Asmongold clip, I'm just ready for somebody to say it's sarcasm, it's clearly just him making a joke. I don't know, I find it hard to believe it at this point, with how much I have seen. But let's hear the beautiful takes from Idubbbz, the genius of Idubbbz, talking about him and his wife, him and Anissa, speaking on why that she doesn't want to have kids with him. This is a great clip. Great clip. Oh no, he's blocked.
I find it fascinating because, like, if I look at you, even in like the viewfinder, extremely masculine chin, which is also why I like the buzz cut, because it like emphasizes your chin and your like heavy brow. Like, I would argue you have one of the most... Part of the reason why I don't want to have a child with you is because I'm terrified if we have a girl that she's going to have all your masculine
ugliest fucking
features.
brow. Isn't that interesting? I think about that a lot.
Yeah.
I'm terrified you'll give me an ugly child. Has anyone ever found a clip of her being nice to him? Of her being like, oh my god, your eyes are like... Your eyes are so, like, you're so nice today. Like, you know what I mean? Like, is there any nice clips out there?
I have never met somebody who has such an eagle face. Like, you have a very strong brow, which is very attractive on men. To be honest, there's a lot of attractive women that have that as well, like Kristen Stewart.
Yeah.
But combined with me, I think the combination would be bad.
Eagle look, deep, heavy brow. She thinks he looks like Sam Eagle. She thinks Idubbbz looks like Sam Eagle. I kind of see it.
For a woman.
I think you're tripping.
I don't know. I find it fascinating.
All she does is talk about his most surface level physicality. I've never heard her say anything positive about his personality, not once. I hate how mean she is to him. It bothers me so much. Because, like, the thing is I understand when people have, like, a playful relationship where people in a relationship, you know, both partners joke with each other in that way where they make fun of each other. They say crass things about each other. But he doesn't do the same to her. He's, like, very nice about everything he says about her, very kind. And nothing she says ever comes off as joking. It's just like, I don't even know. It's like an intrusive thought she must let out. They have the worst conversations. I don't know how anyone can stand to listen to them. I don't know. Does anyone actually? I feel like the people who support them might just give them money and then click off. They just feel bad. Damn, the US lost one of their bald eagles to Canada. It's terrible, you know. Yeah, so women with masculine traits are ugly, but Ethan is the misogynist. No, yeah, that was the other part too. Is like, I'm afraid my daughter's going to be ugly because she might have more masculine features, as though that would make her more ugly. But then also, who cares if your daughter is more or less attractive to you? Like, that's a weird thing to care about for your child. Like, obviously you could say like there's an objective like there really isn't though. Like, even if you want to talk about like proportions, some people like big ears, some people like a bigger nose or a smaller nose or small ears or big eyes or small eyes. Like, that I don't understand. Like, she's doing more, she's being Nazi coded again. What is it? I don't want to say it wrong. Yeah. That's what she was talking about when she was saying that the Nazis had like scientific breakthroughs. She was talking about phrenology. I just brought it up. It's phrenology, right? Yeah, phrenology. The shape and the size of craniums. She was like, Yeah, it's so weird to think about whether or not to have a child based on how attractive they might be. Oh, I hope all my kids are hot. That's what obviously isn't that what everybody wants? I knew a guy in college who literally only would date girls with big or long noses. Yeah, it's all like it's and that's the thing is you play to your features. The reason people come across as ugly is more often than not because they're not accentuating they're not accentuating the features that they have. They're trying to like pull everything back. And it's like you got to play with what you got. Play with the hand that you're dealt with and you will be beautiful. If my kid ain't hot, how are they supposed to carry on the bloodline? I don't get it. What did I say that's wrong? But here is Idubbbz doubling down on his comments about Iran and claims North Korea is a victim of U.S. propaganda. It's just a product of U.S., China, Europe. It's a product of American, Asian, European, African propaganda. Such a dumb take. I can't full screen this. Reddit makes everything so crunchy.
I think my brain has melted. This week has been so rough on the mods. Yeah, it's been a rough one. I mean, here, to make it up to you guys, I'll make sure that Anissa and I say nothing that could even remotely be interpreted as controversial on the next Salacious Saturday. In fact,
yo, I'll give you one pointer, Idubbbz. Don't make fun of people's accents. I think that's a pretty easy one, right? Oh, we won't say anything that might come across as offensive. Bro, you were mocking somebody's accent because they said something you disagreed with. That's like the clearest, like easiest argument to make.
we aren't even going to call it Salacious Saturday anymore. We're going to call it Sweet Saturday. Sweet Saturday. We're going to play, Anissa and I are going to play patty cake.
Well, I think the criticism is then don't live in this ambivalence, right? Don't exist in this like state of woke and non-woke or whatever. Because that is actually the worst type of person. That's quite literally what everybody criticizes, is the person who wants to make fun of everybody, but then also wants to call out everybody else who's making fun of people. It don't work. It's not how it works. You either are woke or you're not. We are woke. There is no gray area. That's obviously not what I mean, but I think that he is definitely a clear example of people that don't have true morals. And it comes through in the most like obvious ways. And instead of owning up to anything, he just goes, fuck it. Fuck it, I'll just keep on saying shit until it sounds even more dumb. How are there 600 Denny's patrons but only 100 views on the regular? I don't know. I mean, I guess it makes sense. People that come, like I'm saying, I think it's people that maybe find him and go like, oh, I used to watch Idubbbz when I was a kid. I used to love Idubbbz. I can't see it. There's 700. He's gone up. 757. Ooh. He's on the up and up. He's Schrodinger's woke. Exactly.
Just know, Han and DeMero, that you guys are the goats, and you make everyone in the chat, all the regulars who are sentient, you make them feel very safe and legit. Call it PR day. Yeah, it'll be PR day. Songbird Saturday, and Ian croons us through the weekend. Oh, dude, I love crooning. Just say America is the best country at everything every 10 minutes as a disclaimer on Saturdays. Okay. I mean, honestly, that was the most frustrating part of the controversy, is that, I put that in quotes, by the way, because none of these.
Why doesn't he stream on his YouTube channel that has 6 million subs? I think he wants the partnership, maybe. He's like, oh, I need it. I don't know, though. I guess maybe he He wants it to be authentic. Maybe he realizes that it seems less embarrassing if he's streaming to 100 people on Twitch than on YouTube. And you know, to be fair, here's the thing. I think that every YouTuber has this point, right? Every YouTuber reaches a point where they reach their peak and then they're on a steady decline forever. So he's trying to think of a way to have like a resurgence in his career, and it's just not really happening. Doesn't YouTube have a better revenue split though? Yeah, I don't know. I think that maybe it's just because he wants to align himself with people like Hassan. That's also a possibility. But doing it because you're on Twitch feels like also a dumb reasoning for that. So I don't know if that's the reason.
People coming in here actually give a fuck. K Lay PG19, thank you so much for the 3 months. They just want to fucking perpetuate the American propaganda. We get enough of it. We get enough of it. Iran sucks. Yes. Yes. Iran sucks.
That's not the point. Yeah, that's as dumb as people saying Israel sucks. You're an idiot.
America? Let's not pretend that America is this fucking golden object on the top of the hill. Let's not use it because they do it with North Korea as well.
Yeah, America isn't fucking better than North Korea. I'm actually like, how do you say something so wrong? Because yes, America has immense problems. But all the problems that you see in America are also in North Korea, and then like exacerbated by magnitudes. Like, it is absolutely horrid. And yeah, you could talk about, like, it's so dumb. When I've heard people talk about North Korea and they go like, you hear this where it's like, oh, no one's allowed to go anywhere. Everybody's just trapped and stuck where they are. But it's like, they have freedom of travel. No, they don't. They have a class system that's quite literally based on like your heritage, like your parents, like your grandparents and stuff. And like if you have like Japanese descent and stuff like that. And then if you are on this lower part of the totem pole in this hierarchy, you are quite literally like subject to a second class citizenship. And then people in North Korea that are like farmers and stuff will literally leave to China to work. They will escape to China to work to bring back food and resources for their families. Why are they going back though? It's just like these people don't think at all, I swear. Well, if they hate it so much, why don't they just leave for good? It's great, really. Yes, nobody like, it's like when people say stuff like this, they're going off of like the weakest caricatures of belief. Like, does anybody actually believe, like really, that North Korea is filled with like robots, basically? Like everybody there is like a robot who praises Kim Jong-un. I pulled this up. Like, I swear, Idubbbz would watch this and think that it's real. He thinks that it's true. Look at all these children. Look how happy they are. Look at how happy. Look at, they're all smiling with their teacher. And look, they might not be smiling around Kim Jong-un. This girl's got her head completely looking at the ground. But it's a good day. All the students should pay attention to their studies and do their best to send them off to school, as they are children who the people of their region have entrusted to our party. It's a great country. If anybody hasn't seen this, Peter Fairlie does. He's hacked North Korea. This guy's hacked North Korea, and he literally shows broadcasts from North Korea. He pirates their television broadcasts, so you can watch the propaganda at home. It's to showcase that they are just showing propaganda to everybody. That's another aspect of North Korea that's actually horrid, is the fact that they don't have any actual media and that everything is state-run media. How ridiculous can you be to be like, America's got problems? I mean, look at what they're doing. Look at how they talk about North Korea. What? I hate when Americans do the whole America's actually the worst thing. It's such a privileged take. I wish my country was 20% of what the USA is, and so do 90% of the people in the world. Fuck you. No, exactly. I mean, literally. I get it. Trust me. The reality watched Beyond Utopia. I haven't seen that. Because, yeah, I mean, it's quite literally just the dumbest. It's the dumbest take, and if you do the tiniest bit of research, you can find out all of the terrible things that North Korea has done. And yes, it was formed after, what was it? It was during because of the Cold War, basically, because of the Soviet Union, or no. Kind of. Because it's like the Soviet Union and the US had claims over it, and then the retraction of both caused the ability for the, what is the acronym? The DPRK? Yes, the DPRK was able to be formed. The democracy. Yeah, there's a reason a lot of third world country people dream of going to live in America. And yeah, I don't, it's just so dumb. It's so like obvious and so like clear, and we can literally point out so many reasons as to why this is so like just obviously wrong. And I don't know why he would choose to double down on these type of things rather than just move on. Because like, why talk about this? I guess he's just a tanky now, and that's why.
They do it with, well, actually, what am I saying? They're doing it with Somalia right now as well.
Somalia has been like in an on and off civil war since the 90s. And it's literally still like, yeah, the way Trump talks about Somalia, calling Somalia a shithole, is disgusting and a horrid thing for our president to do. But to act like, oh, sorry, I cut him off a little bit early.
Right? That's been the whole thing in the news lately, is like Trump shitting on Somalia.
You kind of got that right. Yes. The news, as of recent, has been Trump shitting on Somalia. Trump called Somalia a shithole. And the news has been pointing out, at least most like major publications have been pointing out, that Trump had been accused of using this type of language before, and has been, and at the time said that he didn't say anything like that, and that there was language that was used, but he didn't say that. But now he's just gone full mask off and called Somalia a shithole. Can you explain the North Korean problem in Big Bang terms? So basically, when Sheldon is trying to bazinga, but I don't even remember any of the other characters' names. Here, I'm actually going to give you it. So, North Korea is basically like the people are like Leonard trying to date Penny, and the North Korean government is like Sheldon cock blocking. Penny being a good state of life, a good state of living. Young Sheldon, good response. So it's like if someone sat in Sheldon's chair when he didn't allow it, they would be sent to a prison camp for the rest of their life. Thanks. You know the actual Big Bang lore.
It's like, it's not the U.S. Like, Somalia has their own issues, but don't use Somali to be like, America the greatest. America simply the greatest. It's a bad distraction. You can be mad at both places if you truly want to. Especially today when people are getting arrested for tweets and people getting fired.
I mean, honestly, I know a little bit about like the Somaliland stuff, but I don't know about the current state of Somalia, to be completely honest. I've researched it a bit in the past, and then I know as of recent, like, Israel and a couple other countries are accepting Somaliland as a independent nation, but then it's also getting backlash from other countries as well. But literally, there's another autonomous like zone, an autonomous state inside of Somalia as well. Somalia just like it has issues. That's definitely true. But I don't see people shitting on Somalia other than our president, to be fair. So like I'm with you on that one. But I don't know, the way he like worded it is like it's in the news. That's the news right now, is like, oh, we're shitting on Somalia to make America sound better. What I hate about America Bad Idiots is they take the worst of what conservatives have done and paint that as the American government as a whole, always and forever. They do this to all democracies. Yeah, and like obviously there's the big problem with Trump, but we need to talk about how we can actually come up with some kind of meaningful change in this, because yeah, like what Trump said was abhorrent, and you should probably speak on that directly instead of just saying the news is talking about what Trump said about Somalia.
Fired for quoting Charlie Kirk? Yeah. I think
But that is that, and now we have something very interesting. Dave Attell meets the Rizzler on We Might Be Drunk. I don't know why they brought this child, the Rizzler, on this podcast called We Might Be Drunk. But hey, here's the thing. Mark Normand might have gone to Riyadh, but Dave Attell didn't. He refused, at least as far as I know.
Oh, we have a special guest. Long time in the making.
Oh no. Charlie Sheen?
Come on in, sir.
No way.
My God,
this is big.
You son of a bee. Come on.
All right. What's up, buddy? How are you, sir?
It was a surprise. We got a special guest, and then the Rizzler walks in on these 4 grown men. Dave Attell looks confused.
Sheen?
Come on in, sir.
No way.
My God,
this is big.
You son of a bee. Come on.
All right.
What's up, buddy? How are you,
The
sir?
Rizzler.
What's up, man? Sit down. Wait, I'm not allowed to be near children.
Mark Normand is so painfully hack. I've seen him live, sadly, so I can say that. I think as soon as you, like... I was about to say as soon as you realize. I think as soon as you hear his voice, you realize, though. When you hear him speak, you realize he's just trying to do, like, a Norm Macdonald impression. But it's like, that was just Norm's voice. And the problem with Mark Normand is his cadence is always the same. Like, he never changes inflection. And that becomes an issue.
What's up, man? How are you?
This
You
is
made
big,
it.
dude.
Happy
Don't pat the Rizzler on his back.
New Year.
I was just about to light a cigarette.
Light it up.
Light it up.
He's on 2 packs a day.
What's up, champ? How you doing? Rizzler, how you doing? Big Knicks fan, too. I love
You get
it.
this guy a mic? Oh, he's got one. Okay.
Where you been, Rizzler?
In school.
In school?
Yeah. Nice.
Good for you.
How many tickets? Sorry. With comics, that's all we talk about, seats.
What school are you going to?
Oh, he's got a mic?
He's going. Well, I guess you can't say the school because then people will show up.
Are you the most popular kid in the class right now?
Oh,
Nice.
nice. You fighting off some girls?
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta hit him. Hit him on.
I do love that one video of the 20-year-old meeting the Rizzler at the playground, though. That was hilarious. The worst part of that video is that guy has a girlfriend. I'm pretty sure like the caption on that video is like, my boyfriend wanted to meet the Rizzler. Oh, big news, big news, big news, big drop from Alex the Fiction. Hunger FF's insane health update. Go check it out. Go drop a like. New Alex the Fiction H3Y episode 20. I'm gonna maybe pick out some points from this. Maybe talk about this tomorrow. Talk about his health. Because I remember I watched one video. But yes, big news. But let me look up Rizzler Park. That's not gonna come up.
Do I know where she went?
I don't know where.
Don't cry. Dry your eye. I'll tell you where she is if you go through there.
You know, you see Papa Riz every once in a while. You don't see Mommy Rizzler that often. So it's nice to see the family all together. He's probably the softest spoken person I've interviewed. He eats mac and cheese and chicken nuggets as his main foods. Sounds like you were interviewing the Rizzler. Honestly, me too, though. If I could choose to eat what I want, if I wasn't in a committed relationship, I would probably be eating pizza every single day. I was for a minute, actually. What I do is I make pita bread pizzas. It's great. You just get the sauce and the toppings of your choosing, and you make it on pita bread. Put it in the oven at like 400 for 16 minutes, I think. Pretty good. It works out.
Yeah, a little Chris Brown.
This is exciting. How was it talking to Walt Frazier? I saw that. That was pretty cool.
Good. Yeah.
You a fan?
Yeah.
Very cool, man. Can we get him like a treat or something? We can't have.
He actually started smoking the fucking cigarette. He's hotboxing this room with the Rizzler. That's crazy.
Okay, but we get him something.
Get him a dog biscuit.
Bring up that energy.
Give him some cigarette.
Oh boy.
Sorry, Riz. I like that I'm like 5 drinks deep. And you're like,
Who's your favorite comic? Go ahead.
Matt Rife.
He's about to say he likes Spider-Man.
Bill Cosby's later work.
Woody Allen.
I know it's a tough question.
Yeah.
Got this for you.
Who does he
Whoa,
like?
the Rizzler's iced tea.
Four
Wow,
Loko.
you have your own drink?
Whoa.
Look how jealous Greg is.
Just a bunch of washed up old men and a kid trying to get their views up off of a kid's back. Let's see if it worked. Did it work? It did. It fucking worked. Jerry Seinfeld was pushing it for a minute. He was like, Jerry Seinfeld, Jerry Seinfeld. Then they hit these two 8 days ago, 7 days ago, and they're like, fuck, we need to bring the Rizzler in. Are you going to watch the Noah video I sent you? It's gold. If I don't end up watching it today, we'll watch it tomorrow, along with stuff. I didn't have it lined up for today, I'll be honest. I needed to still skim through it myself. I do believe you. I do trust you. Honestly, I don't think I need to skim it then. If you're telling me it's good, then I don't need to skim it. But if we don't get through it today, we will tomorrow. But I am starting to push it a little bit. It is New Year's after all. But New Year's Day, we're going to be here to party.
Oh. Hell yeah.
Who's the coolest celeb you met so far?
Jared Fogle.
Oh, Theo Von.
Oh, Theo Von!
You even have a handler that remembers for you. Wow, you're doing all right.
I think his name's Dad.
What's the next mountain to climb? Twizzler. Is that what's his name again?
Rizzler, come
Oh,
on.
sorry.
He's a legend.
Wait, I gotta claim ignorance here. Can you introduce a
You don't
guest?
know who the
with a guy?
Rizzler is?
That's nice.
Everybody knows
Recurring
the
guest.
Yeah.
I don't know him either.
You kidding?
You guys don't know the
just
You know
Rizzler?
who he is?
I'm drawn to like when a young child comes in.
This guy slayed more
mix it up
poon
with
than
them.
Pete Davidson.
Yeah.
Now, for
He's dating
future
Margaret
reference,
Qualley, dude.
for future reference, if you see that outfit, walk the other way.
Next debate win whenever I can get the Rizzler on.
The Rizzler's
We're gonna debate who's better, Spider-Man or Batman, or we'll take some of his favorites. The Black Panther, or as he would say, the Black Panther versus. He seems like a Batman guy, or honestly, probably like Superman after the new movie.
big time, man.
There he is.
0.5 million followers.
Whoa.
Mama.
How did it pop off for you? What was the big moment?
So I came home one day and then I told my dad I wanted to do a video and I was like, this is the face of a Rizzler. And then, yeah, and I just became the Rizzler.
Hell yeah.
Wow.
Quite an origin story.
Look at us, Buck.
There it is.
They call Dave the Diddler.
And
So watch out.
who is that? Your unpaid intern? Who is that? He does your stunts?
That's Hezbollah.
That's the UFC guy,
Yeah,
Hezbollah.
it's Hezbollah.
He's cool.
Damn, he is tiny, man.
I know. Jeez.
What is he, like 2'1"? Look at him.
Probably.
How old are you now?
I'm an old man. What does the
no.
Rizzler mean? Like, what's your...
He's got Riz.
Oh, okay. Oh, I
Charisma.
get it. So you're like the Lebowski of this Gen HQ9 group.
Yeah. Hey, he's Rob Lowe.
Really?
Yeah, it's Dave Attell, famous comedian.
Hello.
You seem pretty comfortable.
Unk on the right looks homeless, and he dares speaks to the Rizzler with that amount of disrespect. Yeah, to be fair, that's kind of the thing, right? The Dave Attell doesn't know who the Rizzler is, but Rizzler doesn't know who the fuck any of these guys are. He's like, I know Theo Von.
In front of the camera. I think that's awesome, dude. Yeah.
Yeah, what do you want to do next?
Second base?
Yeah.
Do any kids hate on you? Do any of the guys at school resent you and they're jealous of you?
Nope.
No haters.
awesome.
That's rare.
All right.
That's really great.
What about the DMs? Some real weirdos?
I don't know.
Did
Don't look.
So what are you hoping on from Santa this year? A union card? Make some real cash.
So there's these action figures called Marvel Legends. They're
Called
like
what?
Marvel action figures.
Pull them
Sounds
up.
white. Let's hear it.
Marvel
Keep going.
Legends action figures. I have like 40 of them
You
in
do?
my collection.
Holy
Dang.
How much
terror.
money are you saving
I
and
have
how
that
much you
Wolverine
burning
right
through?
there, that Spider-Man,
Oh, hell yeah.
the Captain America, all of them.
Look at them all. Heroes.
Wow.
Not like those firemen and police. These guys.
How big are they? They
Really
what are
getting
they?
They're like this big.
Oh, okay.
They're 1/6 scale.
Hezbollah
I think.
size.
Honestly, the Rizzler is fucking mogging Dave Attell. Dave Attell keeps joking, trying to like crack jokes on him, and he's just steamrolling through it. He's like, yeah, so they're about this big. You know, Dave Attell keeps making jokes. He just doesn't allow it.
How big are they?
Really
what are
getting
They're
they?
like this big.
Oh, okay.
This is probably the last time I'll tune in this year, to be honest. Sorry, Captain. Lie. Anyways, I actually just break down.
Stoic.
A little quiet, couple quiet stoics as well.
Okay.
They're 1/6 scale.
Hezbollah
I think.
size.
Yeah.
So will there be a Rizzler Marvel action?
Probably.
That's a great question.
We got to hit the weights.
He seems yes.
Bulk
And then
up.
there's these other things. They're called Hot Toys. They're the same thing, but just more expensive.
Hot toys.
And
I
they're
know
like
it.
this big.
So what do you think about the Oscars moving to YouTube? What's the Rizz's take on that?
Oh, those are cool.
I don't know.
That is crazy, right?
Yeah.
They're, like, so
Unfiltered
detailed.
and no time limit. That's what we need.
Oh God.
Riz, what's your favorite? What's your favorite like candy? I see you ranking all the candies online.
Kit Kat.
Kit Kat's
Really?
number one.
Good choice.
That's classic.
Honestly, I'm usually rock with the Rizzler and everything. Kit Kat's kind of a weak choice, but he is a kid, so I'm sure that he just likes the fact that you snap it. It's got some play to it, which kind of works. I'm sure that's kind of his drive to the Kit Kat. Give him a little bit of time, and his palate will, it'll age. He'll grow up a little bit, and he'll understand true candy.
Sick.
Yeah. Give me a break.
I love it.
What's your favorite put down?
Oh, don't say the N-word.
Kit Kat is a classic, but that's why you should never say it's your favorite. Kit Kats should be flooding the bag because it's way more wafer than cookie, or way more wafer than chocolate. Kit Kat is awesome. Unsubscribed. It's a classic, but it's a classic for a reason, because it's not the best. The best is what you like individually. If it's a classic, how is it your favorite? That makes you a bland person. And I know the Rizzler isn't bland. That's the whole thing. I know if he actually tasted the vast ocean of candies, he would definitely have a different opinion. Let me be the hipster. Never. You know, I've said it before, I'll say it again. My favorite is probably Toxic Waste. I'm a sour candy kind of guy, but if we do have to go chocolate. You know, I actually got this chocolate bar for Christmas. It was just an extra gift someone gave me. The Cocoa Pebbles. It's a Cocoa Pebbles chocolate bar, but it actually has cereal in the chocolate bar. And so I haven't eaten it yet. And we'll see if I will. You're going to say your local chocolate store is the best. Just say the fucking chicken shop. Just like the fucking chicken shop discussion. You guys ever heard of C's candy? Have you guys ever heard of C's candy before?
All right, good. He's a nice kid. He doesn't put people down.
Rizzler, what's your favorite cocktail? We have a full bar here for you.
Shirley Temples.
Oh, can we get him one? That was adorable.
That's the gateway drink. Next stop, rehab.
Look, there's a video of me unboxing Marvel Legends.
Wow. Whoa, let's see.
Which one is it?
I'm in the green shirt.
Green shirt.
Hey.
Oh, there's the
So
Marvel.
these are the
Oh, what
ones
an
I have. These
awesome
are the ones I have.
unboxing.
Oh my God.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
He's so excited.
Damn. I wish you were my dad.
Do you play with them or do you keep them in the box?
I just keep them. No, I take them out of the box and then I pose them. Then I just keep them in a shelf.
You know, in other countries, kids your age, when they do something, it's food. They're like, look at this food into my food hole. Thank
We're very lucky here in
Thank you,
America.
USAID.
I do. The Rizzler. Dave's trying way too hard to get jokes off. He doesn't understand. When you have the Rizzler come on, you kind of just have to let it sit for a bit. Gargoyle? I love that Disney show. I almost got an action figure, the NECA Gargoyle figures. I was thinking about grabbing one of these. Ah, look at it. Who remembers this from Disney? Well, you're going on a 5-minute timeout now. You know, we'll be nice. We'll be nice. I'm giving you a 1 minute timeout. Think about what you've done. I didn't know how old and sad Dave is now. I mean, you got to get with the times. Comedy changes. You know, we're not. This ain't the Three Stooges anymore, bro.
That was a great. How many takes did it take you to get to that?
Once.
Wow.
Nice. He's a pro.
What are you hearing that, guys? Movie people.
What are you?
Are you going to be in their movie? Because you know they're doing a movie.
We might have to write them in, dude.
Oh, we
I
got to
think that
write
would
you
be a
in.
great idea.
Yeah. That'll be cool.
What's the plan after this? You going to dinner or you?
I'm going to play Fortnite.
Fortnite.
What's that again?
It's a video game.
I thought it was some kind of gender thing. Oh yeah.
Yeah, you think about transitioning?
Craig, you're a father. Say something to him.
Well,
Give him some advice or something.
Here's the advice. You got to stand up to your parents. They're going to tell you what to do all the time, but you got to mind your own, right?
Yeah, Rob Reiner's son style. You know what I'm talking?
He took a stab at it.
Put cups over the ears, son, for a second.
So 4 weeks goes, I wanted to see if Mark wanted to get a photo of him in your lap like Santa Claus. Would you do that?
What? This is.
You got to talk to the dad there.
It's okay.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, they don't know what Fortnite is. Old nerds, old dorks. They don't know what fucking Fortnite is. How did they even get the Rizzler on? Seriously, what is this podcast? See, that is one problem with Narc Mormont. That's his new name. Mark Normand is he also in the way that Dave Attell was doing. I think that he was holding himself back because there was a child, and Dave Attell was just letting him rip anyways. But I do find it a bit annoying when a comedian feels like they always need to crack jokes. Like you can have a point. You can tell us a perspective too. I get that sometimes other people are annoying and are like, "Tell me a joke. Tell me, come on, say something funny now." But I thought that was the thing comedians complained about. Dave is looking rough and not doing well here. Poor Rizzler indeed. But let's keep it going. We'll see if Beppis comes back. Has it been a minute yet? It has to have been. I hope Rizzler grows up to be nice. I hope he doesn't grow up to be a spoiled little shit. I hope he doesn't. His parents. I'm looking at you. I'm looking at you, Dad. Dad Rizzler. Dad of the Rizzler. No, I mean, honestly, from the looks of it, he'll probably grow up to be more well-adjusted than the Costco guys. Big Justice. He doesn't have the best outlook. Purely because his family cares a little bit too much about that fame. And it's okay. It's okay to want the spotlight. But it's about the need to stay in the spotlight. You know, a lot of people want to be seen, want to be heard. But it's when you need it, when you crave it, when you fight for it. That's when it's an issue.
Hey, guys.
You did, in fact, get me. But here, let's see what LUS has to say. This is from a day ago. Denims is a lawyer's worst nightmare, testifying in court versus Ethan Klein. So let's see.
Hey guys, this is probably one of the more bizarre videos I've seen from Denims. I don't really watch these clips, but he doesn't seem like a very nice or very... He seems very hypocritical. Here, she is she's watching the video of AB, who is a cast member of H3H3. And they're on break right now, so they're on vacation. They're on 1 month break. So they're traveling. They travel with the dog, which is something normal people do. I travel with my dog. We go to the park. almost every weekend. Again, it's been really cold recently, and we don't go to a park.
See, and I swear these people are just like dumb with their criticisms. They don't understand how to criticize things properly. If you wanted to make a criticism here, you would say that this is unsafe for Rocky to be here, which maybe it is. I don't necessarily know, but like I feel like that's probably the critique to make, not like, oh my God, were they just pulling on the tail? Wait, rewind it. Like, was it like? I guess let's see the clip.
On those days, but we try to go to a park as often as we can, and the dog, I have a Shiba Inu, and he'll sit in the back.
Oh, that's cute.
I've had over 10 foster dogs of various sizes, from small Chihuahuas to large, and yeah, I do not think their interaction with the dogs kind of get stressed out when they travel, and even if they're traveling to a park, they get stressed out of being in a car. Mainly, especially foster dogs, because you're probably taking them to the vet to get shots or medicine they don't want, and they keep going to the vet. So they every time you put them in the car, they think they're going to the vet, which is going to stress them out and give them shots. And it's a very stressful time in a dog's life, especially if it's been living on the street for a while and hasn't really interacted with all that many different people. And there's other animals in the vets, including cats. Yada yada. It can get very complicated. So I do not think that their dog is behaving abnormally. It's how a dog behaves in a car. When Den makes the statement, "Oh, you'll look at them, they're pulling the dog's tail," she stops herself because something really important happens, because he remembers that Hassan Piker, alleged dog abuser, alleged shock collar user for dogs, he actually has video evidence of him aggressively pulling on a dog's tail, which I will screenshot for you soon. So this is Denon, so happy, so smug. So he pulled his tail. I didn't even notice that. Someone in chat mentioned that. So you can see he's ready to go in. And only at the very last second does he realize, wait a second, Hassan Piker. Wait a second. Hassan Piker. Yeah, what about that dude? And what about that dude? Did he pull a dog's tail? And the answer is unequivocally, yes, he did. And the more you look at it, the more biased it really becomes, right? So you're going to go after AB, a cast member of H3H3, but not go after Hassan, who has video image. He has video of him doing what you're going after AB for incredibly aggressively. This is as hypocritical as it really gets, right? Like, how can you be more hypocritical than this?
Because that's the thing too, right? If AB or Lena did pull on the dog's tail, yeah, I'd call it out. I'd be like, what the fuck? That's fucked up. Like, we were literally just criticizing Hassan for that. But I'd like to see it.
Where this interaction is very... I don't even think he pulls the dog's tail. At most, you can say that he pets the back of the dog's tail and it startles the dog a little bit. But I don't think he actually pulls the dog's tail, especially not in the super aggressive way that a Hassan Piker did. And we'll have that image for you guys soon. The other part about this, which really kind of rubs me the wrong way, is I understand she's an influencer, she's a live streamer, she needs content. But unlike CoffeeZilla, so Logan Paul is suing CoffeeZilla for defamation. CoffeeZilla has remained very quiet because any lawyer is going to tell her, hey, you know that guy who we're going to try to settle with? And I don't believe Denons is not going to settle with him for a second, because her law firm is the one that made Casey Tron read that apology. The law firm that she chose, that Casey Tron used, had Casey Tron read that apology in settlement. So there's that connection right there. Settlement, her law firm is all for settlement in this case. Her case is not that much different than Casey Tron's.
And, I mean, again, he didn't really show the clip, but hey, he's the lawyer. I'm going to trust him. It is just funny though too, the irony of her stopping still like as soon as she realizes what she's saying. I think she lightly touched the dog and it got mad when it woke up. I get grumpy after a nap too. That is a possibility. I mean, we've seen Rocky bite AB a few times, nip at Lena. Bro's just a little bit crazy. There's nothing wrong with that. But I did see some people saying some insane shit, saying that it. I mean, we don't even need to get into it about the crazy accusations people were making.
Case, in my opinion, I find this very sad that she is now going after Ethan Klein's cast members. AB is a cast member. I think AB's girlfriend, wife, I don't watch them all that much. I think that's Lena. And when you have someone who is going after and attempting to go after employees, co-workers of someone suing you, that is something your lawyer is going to tell you, please do not do, or do not put yourself in that position. So you visually moved a blanket into
cast member sounds so weird to me. Yeah, it makes more sense that they're. I mean, to be fair though, they're the crew, but the crew has become like the second, like almost a minor co-host. Like they are like a co-host because they speak pretty regularly, pretty freely at this point. But cast member feels feels like they're reading a script. Is the whole thing scripted? I didn't know.
Puppy barked, and that's bad. But Hassan pulling, yeah, he pulled the dog's tail. This is Hassan, by the way. You can see his fist. I mean, that is
that is his fist. You're right. You could tell because of it's him. I'm just kidding. We've seen the clip before, but
that's a lot different than what was happening in the car. You can see this is a very aggressive pull. I mean, what a picture is 1,000 words, right? I can only describe what I'm showing you here, but it's pretty bad. How are they this terrified of Hassan? They don't want to get shocked. Yeah, it's so funny that somebody wants to criticize over a very small issue, if not a non-issue, and they're not willing to speak out about this. So again,
that's fucking crazy. I knew when I was a toddler not to pull a dog's tail. I mean, I feel like if you take even a second to think about it, you'd go, oh yeah, I shouldn't do that. Like, even if you've never been taught it before in your life, oh, that could probably damage their spine.
Denims, I've done the research, has never spoke out about Hassan pulling this specific dog, this specific incident. And I find that very shocking, if you will, that you can take a stance. Like, it's one of these things, like, you hate this person and everything they do offends you. But you love this person. They can be doing things far worse than the person who's offending you. I don't know. I mean, you either care about dogs or you don't, right? And as a dog owner myself, as somebody who has a Shiba Inu, who, again, it's been very cold, so we haven't gone to the park recently, but we go to the park quite often. Dogs in cars are they just don't want to be in cars. They love the park and they understand that, maybe we have to go to a park, but they don't understand it. Maybe they're going to the vet, right? And they have a bad experience with the vet. Our vet is at Petco, and so it's kind of a little better experience because then they get like snack and buy some toys for them afterwards. But it's overall, it's hard for me to emphasize this. You gotta stand on your principles, regardless of who's doing what. So if Hassan is doing this, you have to say, oh, Hassan did a bad job. Hassan is abusing. So if you believe
I'm never going to finish this puzzle before midnight, well, don't worry. You've got the rest of the year to finish it. Come on, you've got the rest of the year. Sorry.
That pulling on a dog's tail is bad, then you should call it out in all instances, including for Hassan, when you see somebody pulling on a dog's tail. Otherwise, it really does not make any sense, right? What you're doing. Dude, you can't pull. Caught yourself, didn't you?
Got him. And then I have one last video. I don't think we're going to get to that other video today, so we will watch tomorrow that video on Noah Samson. It's not like it's time sensitive, though. It is already 3 years old, so that'll be good, though. That gives me some more content for tomorrow. But we have this, which is a video from Matozi, TikTok prankster investigated for catapulting opossums. I think I showed that on stream at some point. This is Ross Creations, right? That's his name? I forgot. But he's been doing pranks for a long while, and he's been known as like the good prankster. He was known as the guy who would do pranks that weren't just going around harassing people. But one of his most recent pranks was him catapulting possums into the sky for no reason because they came on his property. And then it hits the ground, and then it like, you know, gets up and leaves, probably to go die a few feet away. And he's like, oh my god, look.
This YouTuber just posted a video of himself launching a live possum into the air using a homemade catapult. And now, Florida authorities are investigating him for potential animal cruelty charges. And honestly, at this point, I thought I've seen every single way an influencer could get in trouble with the law. But apparently, they're inventing new ones by the day. New method unlocked, I guess, but this one really should have stayed in the drafts. So meet Charles Ross, a Florida-based creator who spent the better part of 2 decades building an audience under the name of Ross Creations.
Wow, Alex, once again, he said, I love Ross. This is what you love, Alex? I hope this is the right one.
I fucking bust loads all over my couch.
It was the right one. That's what Alex thinks.
I fucking bust loads all over my couch.
Operates under 2 separate YouTube channels that both together have about like 7 million subscribers and a massive 3 million followed TikTok account as well. And essentially his content revolves around filming elaborate pranks and creating quirky inventions designed to confuse random people in public. And these videos, they are like infinitely higher effort and way more creative than the average prankster that we cover here on this channel. Because normally the people we cover here on this channel, they just like harass people in public, call it a prank, and then call it a day. But this guy will go way out of his way and rewire vending machines to spit out hot dogs and they're trying to buy a soda, or make like a dozen mailboxes, which each one gets smaller, so it looks like his mailbox is shrinking day by day to the mailman. But despite him having entertaining videos on his channel, on November 30th, Ross uploaded a video showcasing his newest creation, which he proudly labeled the Possum Launcher. And yeah, it's literally what it sounds like. So he constructed a spring-loaded catapult mechanism specifically engineered to fling possums.
This is just one step above, like, bum fights. What, we're paying them? I give them $20 to beat the fuck out of each other. What's the problem?
Through the air. And in the setup, you have bait on the launch pad to lure wild possums to climb up into the device. So the footage that Ross posted, you could see a wild possum approach the contraption, climb up towards the food, and, you know, he just triggers the catapult. The animal then gets hurled about 30 feet into the air until, you know, obviously gravity takes over and he comes crashing back down onto the ground, hard enough to hear an extremely loud thud.
Oh, what do we got here? A possum. You are going to Mars. Yes. Oh my God! Bam! He just walks away. Oh man.
Like, come on, I guess the
bum fights was goated. And I'm not saying that the bums didn't want to be there, but that doesn't mean that it's okay. That's kind of the thing, right? Like, that's like those are the multiple truths we must hold in life. It's awesome that crackheads can do fucking insane gymnastics, but that doesn't mean they should stay on crack.
Prank here was to just seriously injure wild animals for a prank video. Like, it's just a shockingly tone deaf video from this guy. And again, his content isn't low effort. So him and his team, they had to go out there, build this catapult, and at no point did anyone think, maybe launching wildlife like 30 feet into the air, essentially for sport, is a bad idea. Who would have thought? But no, they just built the whole thing and went on with it. They recorded the video and they watched the video back and they were like, yeah, this is good. Let's post this. What could go wrong? Apparently a lot could. But the caption of this post was just W. So for win. And I'm mentioning this because the Instagram post was the spark that turned this into.
You know what's funny is that almost tells me, because coming up with captions for Instagram posts and for like social media posts in general, it is difficult, and that tells me that they couldn't come up with something that they didn't think sounded fucked up. Like in my head, and this is complete speculation, but it feels like doing something like that where it's just W was them trying to come up with something. They were like, well, we can't be like, possum goes splat or something, you know, like we can't do something a little more graphic, because that might seem like we were being callous, but they didn't think that flinging the possum would also appear callous, I guess.
To an absolute dumpster fire, as it's safe to say he was not popular in that comment section. And the interesting thing about the feedback he was getting on this video is most of it was just his fans. And you normally don't have a fan base giving most of the backlash. Normally the fan base endorse and encourage this kind of behavior from these prank channels, but not this time. Thankfully.
Well, like I said, Ross was known as like the good prankster. He was known as like the guy who did it right and knew how to handle these situations to actually make it fun for everybody instead of just, you know, fucking over people at work like most pranksters do. So it makes sense that his audience would have kind of a shift in their viewpoint on him because they saw him as kind of more of a stand-up guy.
Most of the people on the internet still have
Big dub, no L's.
Have morals and see the absolute problem with launching animals 30 feet into the air just to hit the ground for sport. And that's when Instagram's community note system actually flagged the post in reference to a Florida law. Specifically, the one cited was Florida Statute 821812, which lays out the legal definition of animal cruelty as causation of unnecessary harm, torment, or injury to any animal. And obviously that makes sense because that's what he did. He purposefully harmed and tormented animals for a social media prank. But being busy doesn't mean you have to order expensive takeout, which takes a toll on your health, because with today's sponsor, Factor 75, you can skip the prep and cleanup on the nights you just have way too much to do, and still get a healthy meal ready to eat in just 2 minutes that doesn't compromise on either ingredients or macros, and most of the meals range from around 30 to 52 grams of protein. And on top of that, it's never frozen, made without refined seed oils, refined sugars, or any artificial colors. And you have over 100 rotating weekly options, from meals to salads to breakfast, shakes, and more, crafted for great taste and nutrition. And if you've looked into them before, they've now doubled their protein options since last year. So if this sounds like something you want to try, you can head over to factor75.com or click the link right down below and use code FB50 to get 50% off your first box. And on top of that, free breakfast for 1 year. That's code FB50 at factor75.com to get 50% off your first box and free breakfast for 1 whole year. But without further ado, let's continue the video. But the subreddit dedicated to possums, yes, that actually exists, found that one out today, well, they completely lost it over this video. So people in that community were furious enough that one post actively encouraged members to file reports with the FBI from what they saw. And I feel like one of the reasons the backlash was even more intense is because he did this to possums, because possums occupy this like weird space where they're both very misunderstood and genuinely helpful animals, because many people think possums are just like aggressive pests, but in reality it's completely different. Because
hey, I'm watching the video, I gotta let him do his little shout out. If you need free breakfast or whatever he said, go check it out. If you need whatever the fuck he was offering, I don't know.
Usually they're pretty much harmless to humans unless they're actively defending their babies, and even then they're more likely to play dead than actually attack. Also, fun fact here, possums serve this like very useful role in the environment since they eat a lot of insects, including ticks, which we unfortunately have a big problem of here in the States, because ticks can carry some of the worst diseases. Possums eat a whole bunch of ticks.
LMAO Captain, when you were turning around to react to the video on Alex's high stream, I was dying. I love that bit. It's one of my favorite too, to just, it's this way, right? When you act like you're there. It's always hard to line it up right, though. I never know if I'm getting the actual angle correct.
Alongside of, snails, slugs, roaches, and even venomous snakes and rodents. And they also clean up animals that have passed before they can rot and spread illnesses through neighborhoods. You see, I learned all of that.
Here's a question, because that is true. Don't launching ticks. How small does an animal need to be? How small does a critter need to be before people stop caring? Because obviously, I think people would even care if it was mice. Would people care about insects? Because, like, insects are almost there to be squished, I don't think most people would care, but it would still, like, there is still something odd about it, right? Like, nobody feels bad for squishing a bug, but when you see somebody trying to, like, take the wings off of a mosquito, you're like, what the fuck are you doing? You, like, go tell the teacher, and you're like, hey, I know we're only in 3rd grade, but this doesn't look right. I care about insects. They're my buddies. I care. I guess some people do care. The true pacifists. If it's outside, feels mean. That's their home. So what? I'm supposed to just stay inside? They bite. They eat me up all day. I have sweet blood or something. See, me, I fuck with the spiders. I can rock with them. But mosquitoes eating sucking my blood? No.
Information from that Reddit while doing research to this video. So those people who knew those facts, they started flooding the comments with all this information. And by early December, this had moved well beyond just internet drama, because the Sarasota County Sheriff's Office started receiving complaint after complaint from viewers who'd seen the video and wanted law enforcement to take action. And on December 9th, Florida's Fish and Wildlife Conservation Commission had officially opened an investigation. And they weren't working alone. They also partnered up with the Sarasota County State Attorney's Office to examine the incident from both a wildlife protection angle and a potential criminal prosecution angle. And the FWC put out the statement explaining that they take any violations involving wildlife extremely seriously and remain fully committed to protecting animals throughout the state. So they also set up a wildlife alert hotline and encourage anyone with additional information or footage related.
Okay, so we're agreed. Flinging mosquitoes is okay. No, see, but that's my point, right? Because I'd say I'd be okay with squishing a mosquito. That doesn't bother me. If it was like a spider outside, someone goes out of their way and just smashes a spider, yeah, I'd probably be like, why'd you do that? I'd be like, well, that seemed unnecessary. But I do think if I saw somebody setting up a trap to torture a mosquito in some way, I might feel weird about it.
Related to this incident to come forward. Then the animal welfare organization started weighing in as well. Obviously, PETA jumped in on this. So I guess PETA's emergency response team, as you would expect, they called the video absolutely sickening and described it as a horrifying and gracious use of cruelty against animals who simply are just trying to exist. But apparently this isn't the first time Ross has had issues with the law because, content. But most of his videos, as I mentioned earlier, they're harmless, and some of them are pretty entertaining. But he does swing and miss and do things that just don't make sense. I mean, the possum stuff in general, that's just completely moronic. But just last year in 2024, he got hit with a trespassing charge while filming content for his channel. And then back in 2019, he also pulled an April Fool's stunt where he dressed up in full police uniform, complete with a utility belt and baton, and approached random people while pretending to be an actual officer.
I don't think I've seen that one. Yeah, you can't do that. That's illegal. That's a big crime.
Obviously, impersonating a police officer is never a good idea, especially not while filming it. But allegedly in this prank, he tried to issue.
I used to help the snails from my yard when the rain flushed them out from the bushes. Now we don't have them anymore. You know what I haven't seen in a long time? I haven't seen roly-polies in a fat minute, but I guess I'm also not rolling around in the grass.
fake parking citations to someone who was carrying a small child at the time, and considering cops don't usually appreciate civilians impersonating officers, that resulted into another arrest. Then in 2017, authorities picked him up after he removed stop signs from a residential intersection, which isn't just illegal, that's just also just a new level.
I do squish mosquitoes if they're biting me or my loved one, which I feel bad about. A true kind soul. I'd feel bad if I didn't end up getting my own blood on me afterwards. Then that's the part that makes me mad. If I squish a mosquito that's on me and then it gets my own blood on me, I'm like, come on now.
Level stupid, which could also cause serious accidents, so I don't know what he was thinking with that one. Apparently, like Logan Paul, he does have a severe lapse of judgment from time to time. At least he didn't go looking for the deceased in Japan, though. Apparently, going even further back, though, in 2013, Ross pleaded guilty to charges stemming from giving random strangers wedgies in public. That's like, dude, diabolical charge, but why would you ever give strangers a wedgie to begin with? Yeah,
I guess I need to start looking for the isopods. I gotta start looking on the ground.
that's assault. But hey, most of these incidents ended with relatively light consequences, probation, community service, charges getting dropped. But the difference with this possum situation is that it involves animal welfare, which tends to be taken a little bit more seriously by both the public and the legal system than property crimes or public disturbances. So what's actually on the line for Ross here if prosecutors decide to actually move forward with charges? Well, Florida Statute 82812, they cast a pretty wide net when it comes to defining animal cruelty, because the law essentially covers anyone who unnecessarily harms, torments, deprives of basic care, or ends the life of any animal without a legitimate reason. And if convicted of animal cruelty in Florida, penalties can range from sizable fines running into thousands of dollars all the way up to actual jail time. But again, Ross filmed the entire incident himself. He edited the footage, added his own commentary, by his own choice, published it to millions of followers. I mean, there's no question what happened or who did it. He just documented and distributed everything, all of the evidence. He is just like so many other.
I mean, his best bet is to try and get like a decent plea deal, honestly. I think that's probably his only option at this point, because yeah, filming yourself committing a crime, especially as serious as animal abuse, is kind of insanely idiotic.
The people we cover, the own star witness against himself.
Florida legit cares more about animals than children. Well, I mean, they got a lot of different species out there. They got to take care of them.
So as of right now, the investigation remains active and ongoing, so I guess we'll just kind of have to wait to see how this all plays out. And even though Ross pulled the original clip once the backlash started, once it's on the internet, unfortunately, it's forever on the internet. But as of right now, he hasn't issued an apology, he hasn't addressed the investigation, he hasn't responded to media requests for a comment, and he hasn't acknowledged the situation in any capacity. From a legal perspective, that kind of makes sense, because, you know, he's facing criminal charges here. But from a PR standpoint, it probably doesn't help with how his audience is looking at him. So as of now, I guess he's just posting content like normal, and we just kind of have to wait and see what happens. But other than that, if you enjoyed the video, feel free to drop a like on it, subscribe if you're new, and also check out Factor 75 at the top of the link down below.
I really do appreciate everybody for stopping in. It has been a lot of fun. I've been going for about almost 2.5 hours. This is going to be the end of the stream for today, but I will be back tomorrow. We'll probably do a little bit of a longer stream tomorrow. Have a bit of fun. I really do appreciate everybody for stopping in on this wonderful New Year's Eve, New Year's Day maybe for some of you, I don't know yet. But we're getting there. It's almost time. So get prepared for the new year. Remember to have your New Year's resolutions ready to go. My New Year's resolution is to post a lot more content for all of you. So be prepared for that. I will be back tomorrow for another stream and Friday. No member stream this Saturday, but we will have one next Saturday. We do that on and off. Works good. But thank you all so much for watching. This is Captain Quasar signing off.